need to get on stage before?
This is the second of our celebrations. Last night was a tremendous event, and I'm sure that this one will be even better. It is really gratifying as a building principal to watch growth, to watch our ninth graders grow into tremendous 10th graders. Even in the practice this afternoon, we saw where they have just developed into outstanding young people. With a lot of pride and thankfulness to be part of such a vibrant, energetic community that gives results. In 1995, the state of Ohio, and I think the country and education, is asking for results. And thankful to this tremendous group, they've delivered. So without any further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the class of '97. Vice President Jackie Russell. Secretary Gina LaParent.
Christina Agee. Alicia Baker. Matthew Bashaw. Lindsay Beckner. Erica Black. Brandon Bolin. Virginia Buchanan. Jamie Bird. Tara Kane. Lisa Caudill. Anthony Shirolis. Angela Schmayhill. Nicholas Cook. Margot Crease. Amber Crouch. James Matthew Cummings.
Zachary Dennis. Dana Dworchek. Jason Easter. Rebecca Hackney. Shabrell Hickman. Angel Howard. Angela Kennedy. Andrea King. Erica Kinzer. Abigail Clamo. Becca Kuntz. Emily Lambert.
William Langdon. Nathan Lawson. Margaret Matthias. Jesse McIntosh. Melissa Nicole McKinney. Brendan McNeil. Rebecca Miller. Kathy Myers. Jason Nine. Elizabeth Nelson. Heather Nichols. Tracy Patrick. Amy Pollard. Jillian Roberts. Julianne Rogers.
Megan Seipel. Brian Shepard. Brandon Simpkins. Dennis Slamka. Aaron Smith. Sarah Thornberry. Michelle Townsend. Michelle Walters. Adam Wanamaker. Sarah Williams. Michelle Wolf. Jobina Wright. Darian Wynn. And Jennifer Yarber.
Gives me great pleasure to introduce once again the class of '97. This should be a pep assembly atmosphere. This should be an upbeat situation. We should be overjoyed about a number of things, and one of those is that these people have decided to do positive things regularly and to take on those negative messages that the country and the state and the city tends to want to give our youth. I just get so excited about these events, and I can't thank you enough for joining hands with me to be supportive of outstanding young people. We tend to always want to publicize those folks who do the kooky things, and we tend to have no applause, absolutely no applause for outstanding achievement. So much so that sometimes we ingrain our great children with the whole fear of being kind of slumping down because I'm an outstanding academic person. We need to refocus and change that attitude, and that really is what this evening is about. The other comment I want to say to the class of '99 is that I've learned this lesson, and as long as I'm your principal, I will keep this in mind. In my reading and through learning quite a bit, I believe this with every fiber of my body, and as I watch you and see you grow and see you mold, my heart is singing, because life has taught me, even in my own lifetime, that when I'm a member of my family and it's wholesome, I feel better as a human being, and I'm like an empty glass and I'm able to pour some things out. And as I leave that family and join a team, my cup gets fuller and fuller. And if I'm fortunate enough to leave that team and become part of a great high school, I become even bigger and start boasting about being a Midi and wearing a jacket. And if I'm really blessed and move on to a work site or university setting in which I still feel part of it, I become an outstanding human being in which I believe God intended us to be. The very best. To do less than your best is unworthy And before us this evening, we have examples of always doing their best. That's the end of my little message. At this time, we'll turn it over to the real champions of this evening, our academic booster parents.
Good evening. My name is Rick Ayers. I am a member of the Middletown High School Academic Boosters. This is my first year with the Boosters, and it has been a very rewarding experience. Last night, as a matter of fact, my son walked across this stage and received a couple of awards, so it was very special. The celebration began in '89 as a way to encourage and recognize the academic achievements of all the Middletown High School students. Like I said before, it's a very rewarding thing to be a part of, and I would encourage parents out here tonight to try and get involved in the coming years. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Barry Schaefer, who is the youth pastor at Briel Boulevard Church of God. Barry?
Thanks, Rick. It really is an honor to be here. I think it's a privilege to have a group of people that are academic boosters. Many schools have athletic boosters, band boosters, which you have as well, which are great things. But few have academic boosters, and I think that's a good thing. And to this group here, you have successfully completed or about to complete your sophomore year. You're just about through that halfway point. To you, I say, congratulations. I need you to loosen up a little bit. You're a little tight on me here, all right? When I say congratulations, we'll just do it again here. You just give me a guttural, confident thank you, okay? So let's try it again. To this sophomore class, I say congratulations. All right, much better, all right. The other neat thing about this event tonight, you will never hear the phrase, please hold your applause until all have received their awards. Clap every time you feel like it. That's what I loved about last night, every time you feel like it. The sophomore year was okay, that's enough. Tell you, give them a little bit, it's kids these days. Just kidding. My sophomore year was actually very pivotal because that was the year that I realized I could make a classroom laugh. And for a kid coming out of his shell is a very dangerous thing, and it was kind of a balancing act between good grades and going for the laugh from that point on. And I won't tell you kind of which one usually won out. I got a couple things I just want to share, and it's really just a very simple point. And I hope that as I communicate it, that you will capture this point and be able to bring it into your life. I feel that I am a very fortunate person. I'm a very fortunate person because I get to exist. I go for the simple pleasures. I get to exist. Think about this for a second. I get to experience, I get to see through these eyes. I get to feel things with this skin. I get to be a part of this creation. And for a long time, I did not exist. There were thousands of years that happened before I came on the scene. And I will be here for maybe about 74.6 years if the law of averages goes with me. And from that point on, there will be hundreds, maybe thousands of more years that I will not exist again. And it's like in that whole scheme of things, Barry Schaefer is a dot, just a dot. In this whole realm of what all has gone on before and what's going to happen when I'm no longer here. And the thing is, this dot is almost about half over. And when I think about that, and I think about the fact that I am really here for just a very short period of time, it starts to scare me a little bit. Especially when I think that, there are things at this point, probably, that I will now never experience. There are parts of this world that I will never see. And when I think about that's a funny thing to think that I'm living here on this planet, I'm existing right now, and there are parts of this planet I will never see. It's almost like living in your home and having parts of your home you'll never see. That's ridiculous. Well, it kind of feels that way about being here, yet that is very true. I'm also realizing I will never dunk a basketball. I'm becoming farther and farther from that goal every day, as a matter of fact. But the other neat thing about existing is I exist now. I exist right now, and I am so glad that I am. I think I picked a good time to exist. I'm glad it wasn't 100 years ago. I would hate to have to be riding around on horses. I would hate to have the technology that we had 100 years ago. I'm so glad that during this time right here, while we are all living, we are seeing computers come of age. What used to fill this room with computers, we can now do in our lap. These are amazing times. We're seeing transportation, we're seeing so many things change and so many things go. But here's the real mind expander. Thinking about the fact that I exist and thinking about the fact that I exist now, I truly believe that there is an amazing parallel between what exists, the things that exist, and who exists. I think we're very fortunate to live with the things around us that exist with us. To think of this for a second, Ben Franklin, I'm glad we had kites when he was here. We may not have had electricity at this point. The Wright brothers, I'm so glad that the engine was already a little bit developed. There were things and resources around them that they used. But I tell you when this thing really came real to me, when I saw this world watch Michael Jordan as he came back to play basketball, people went nuts. I was one of them. I wanted him to come back. As a matter of fact, it's a funny thing. I got to be in Chicago the time when he was coming back. And he had just practiced that day. Rumors were flying. And the next morning, we were walking in downtown Chicago. And you know these instrumentalists that play in the streets and that kind of thing. There was a guy playing the bongos, and it sounded like some kind of Jamaican chant. You know, we couldn't quite tell what it was. And we get up there, and all it was, Michael, he's coming back. Michael, he's coming back. And you know, at that time, I was happy because I knew the guys in the street know, you know, and I thought, he will come back. And sure enough, he did come back. So if you ever hear anything on the street, they know what that is. But when you see him play basketball, here's the interesting thing. It's art. Non-fans love to watch him play. My wife is a living example of that. She can't stand basketball, but she loves to watch Michael Jordan play. To her, there are two players, Jordan and non-Jordan, and that's it. And that's what makes it. And you have to admit, whether you're a sport fan or not, he has redefined that sport. And he has redefined how it is played and the level that you play it. I am so glad that basketball exists. If it did not exist, I wonder what would have happened to him. He'd have been a mediocre minor league baseball player probably. And he's not that good of a baseball player. But basketball exists. That exists. And he is taking his talents, he is taking his passion, he is taking the things that he loves to do, and he is combining them with something that exists, with resource that is out there, and he is putting it together. Here's my contention. Here's kind of my point. I truly believe that every one of us has resource out there that we are able to grab a hold of and have the exact same kind of impact that guy is able to have in the area of sports. If we take the passions that we have, the gifts that we know that we have, the talents that we know that we have, and link them up with the resource that is around us, our impact could be incredible. And here's the thing. The impact may not be kept on a scoreboard. It might not be kept in dollars made, but it most probably will be kept in the impact of people that you make around you. The impact will be measured by your fulfillment, because when you combine your passion with the great things around you, you will be incredibly fulfilled. And that is how you're going to measure that impact. Here I think then is a challenge. Here's what's before us. We have to determine what it is that is making us us. What makes you, you? And as you start determining what makes you, talents start to emerge. Things you care about start to emerge. Things that you love to do start to emerge. And when you start pulling that together and linking that up with the things that are around you and the resource that is around you, that is when amazing things happen. A note to the parents and actually all the adults in this room. You know, we are actually all a part of the resource of these students. We are part of the resource that they are able to grab. And I think it's up to us to help encourage, to help affirm, to uplift them at every point we can. As Mr. Brown just said, there are many people in a lot of the world that is trying to tag them with discouraging things. And those of us around here who believe in them need to pack in as much as we can. But students, you know, you too are part of the resource of your family and the resource of the adults in your life. And part of your role and our role is to help them, in our role, I put myself in that category, and is to help them achieve what they know that they can achieve. I ran across, that's an Elmer Fudd kind of thing. I ran across a quote. And I don't know who said this quote, so I'm just going to kind of claim it as my own. Our greatest achievement will happen when our greatest passion meets with the world's greatest needs. When your greatest passion meets with the greatest needs that are around you, that is when you will see and feel your greatest achievement and your greatest fulfillment. And you know what? When that happens, world-class stuff happens. I love to be in the presence of world-class athletes. I've had the privilege of being able to hear some of them speak. People who have overcome amazing difficulty to compete in several Olympics and do it in world record times and distances. And when you watch them perform, you know that they are doing exactly what they were intended to do. When this kind of connection happens, when passion meets need, moving things happen. Stirring art gets created. Moving music gets written. I love the story of George Handel. When he wrote the Messiah, as he penned the Hallelujah chorus, he cried like a baby as he was writing it. He was hearing it in his head, and he was just so gifted, and it was such a passion for what he wanted to do. But you know what? When these kind of connections get made, it's also things like hot meals get served to people with no homes. Tender touches and compassionate touches are given to people who are dying. These are the kind of things that I think that are world class. And these are the things that happen when incredible passion and desire meets with needs and resources that are around us. And you know, when you connect, when you make this connection, and you will feel it when you do, you will have incredible resolve. Nothing will be able to stop you from your goals. Nothing will rock your boat because your anchors are deep. You've got your eyes set on a big picture, on a big perspective, and the little things that come that try to pull you away will not affect you. Grab onto the fact that we exist, and we had the opportunity to be here and to be a part of all this. I want to close with a little lesson, little biology lesson. That might be okay. When you were conceived, there were over 400 million dad cells, okay, we'll call it, going after one mom cell, okay? You won. You won. You are the one that made it, and you are the one that now exists. That's a 1 in over 400 million chance that you get to exist. Had it been anything else, you would not have existed, and you do. You're here. We're all here. We all get to exist. And as we are here, we get to take advantage of the things that exist with us and around us. So I think we just need to grab what we can. We need to know who we are, pursue what our passion is, and link up with great needs and great resources that are around us. I just invite you to do that. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. May tonight be a true pep rally. May we really celebrate excellence and celebrate that this is a great start. You all are setting your pace. You have the rest of your life in front of you, and that is a great position to be in. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry, very much. That was a good job. At this time, I'd like to introduce to everyone Tracy Patrick, who's going to deliver a speech on why academics. Tracy.
Why academics? It's not what's poured into a student, but what's painted that counts. This quote, stated by Joel Hildebrand, is comparable to students in the education that they receive. Everyone starts with a blank canvas when they begin to walk along their educational pathway. Then we receive the beautiful colors of the rainbow, or if you will, our education. The results or the masterpiece created is up to us. Unfortunately, some mix the dark colors of despair with life and their assortment of primary colors and end up in a blurry mess. Some don't have the motivation to pass the canvas, leaving their future blank and hopeless. Then there are the potential presidents, doctors and lawyers, and other successful professions that paint a picture that even Michelangelo would admire. One that's bright, completed, and autographed with excellence. So what is excellence? A person that fulfills the term excellence is E, an encourager to others. X, excited to gain knowledge. Nothing really starts with X, so. C, a challenger. E, energetic about learning. L, a leader. L, a listener. E, one who puts forth all effort to do well. N, never negative. C, capable of achieving success. And E, everyone in this room tonight. We have learned, sometimes even against our will, an incredible amount of information since our first day of preschool. And while all students are given the same opportunity to learn, those sitting among you have chosen to take advantage of the opportunity in order to excel. Our education is more than just the books and lectures. It is our attitude. Just like the little engine that could, if we believe in our success, we will succeed. Yet if we think we aren't good enough and will fail, sadly, we will. Why academics? Because if we were to end our journey of education, we would not fulfill our responsibility as future leaders. Parents wouldn't be able to take their children to the hospital because Dr. Megan Seipel dropped out of school. Or a star would be left blank on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood Boulevard because Miss Becca Kuntz couldn't continue her acting career due to not finishing high school. Or Becky Hackney will not be able to teach young children because she didn't get her degree. And just think, you'll never get to vote me in as first woman president of the United States. But seriously, we are the future. Our time to become leaders of the world is nearing. I don't think I need to further explain why education is so important to this crowd. I know that you already know many of the answers. I admire and congratulate you on your efforts and achievement, and I expect great things to happen because of the extremely gifted people in this room tonight. In closing, I would like to remind each and every one of you to include a touch of purple in your masterpiece of life, not only for its beautiful color, but to keep the Middletown spirit alive. Thank you.
Let's have her stand up and give another round of applause. This is a pep assembly. Getting senile in my old age, I guess, but I promised myself never, ever not applaud excellence again. Ever. Ever again. Our first tremendous achievers is what we term as the Purple Award winners. And these gifted young people have to impress 3 different teachers and receive 3 different awards. A tremendous accomplishment. I think when the list is completed and they have no notion or idea who they are or how many, but I think when this particular award is finished, the audience will understand, while I know firmly and without question, we just have to be one of the best high schools anywhere, regardless of what folk play games with. Results happen every day in this setting. So at this time, we will call forth the Purple Award recipients for the class of '97.
Christina Agee. Alicia Baker. Matthew Bashaw. Lindsay Beckner. Erica Black. Bird. Elizabeth Calhoun. Stephanie Cameron. Melinda Caudill. Anthony Chirolis. Angela Schmehill. Nicholas Cook. Margot Crease. Amber Crouch. Brian Curtis. Zachary Dennis. Todd Doyle. Charlene Fair. Nathan Firth. Carrie Gardner. Rebecca Garrett. Rebecca Hackney. Angel Howard. Dana Jennings. Richard Johnson. Angela Kennedy. Andrea King. William Jason Kingry. Erica Kinzer. Abigail Clamo. Rebecca Kuntz. Angela LeClaire. William Langdon.
Nathan Lawson. Luke Likens. Brian Lynch. Elizabeth Mack. Margaret Matthias. Jesse McIntosh. Melissa Nicole McKinney. Brendan McNeil. Rebecca Miller. Lisa Million. Billy Joe Morgan. Heather Nichols. Brady Norai. Tracy Patrick. Rebecca Perkins. Amy Pollard. Stephen Radabaugh. Jillian Roberts. Julianne Rogers. Jacqueline Russell.
Tara Scott, Megan Seipel, Courtney Sellers, Brian Shepard, Terry Shores, Brandon Simpkins, Aaron Smith, David Spiker, Christy Stebbins, Lavon Terry, Travis Thigpen, Sarah Thornberry, Michelle Townsend, Eric Walker, Michelle Walters, Adam Wanamaker, Sarah Widener, Lori Wheeler, Andrea Wilcox, Sarah Williams, Robert Williamson, Jobina Wright, Jennifer Yarber. Monet Berry, Deanna Blevins, Joel Bowling, Angela Brown, Virginia Buchanan, Sarah Burnett, Ebony Gooseby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to, once again, congratulate the Purple Award recipients of the class of '97. My goal is that you're tired when you leave, parents, and support people. This time we will have departmental award recipients. 2 students from every area that exists in our curriculum will be selected. This is a highly, highly competitive area. So at this time, we'll have the departmental award recipients introduced.
Matthew Bashaw, Mathematics. Lindsay Beckner, Computer Science and Spanish. Jamie Bird, Family and Consumer Sciences. Anthony Shirolis, Science. Angela Schmehill, French. James Matthew Cummings, Theater. Brian Curtis, Physical Education. Zachary Dennis, English, Science, and Social Studies. Stephanie Dwyer, Art. Angela LeClaire, Theater. Margaret Matthias, Physical Education. Jesse McIntosh, Business. Jason Nine, Art. Tracy Patrick, English, Mathematics, and Social Studies. Amy Pollard, Instrumental Music and Vocal Music. Stephen Radebaugh, German. Mary Remsing, German. Megan Seipel, Business and Social Studies. Brian Shepard, French and Vocal Music. Dennis Slamka, Computer Science. Aaron Smith, Instrumental Music. Michelle Walters, Family and Consumer Sciences.
Great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, the departmental recipients, class of '97. next area is really impressive. All are impressive, but this is competition with the entire building. Most of the awards are grade leveled. The organizational awards deal with 9 through 12, so the recipients here are competing with our freshmen, junior, and seniors. So at this time, we will present the organizational award recipients.
Tara Kane, Future Leaders of America. Melinda Caudill, Future Leaders of America. Anthony Schrolis, Youth Volunteerism. Amber Crouch, Social Studies Club. Jason Easter, Marching Band. Darnell Hunter, Mixed Chorus. Rebecca Koontz, Middletonian. Stephanie Rogers, Symphonic Band.
It's a pleasure to once again introduce the organizational winners for the class of '97. The next area is one that I, as an individual, have always never been able to get done. It's perfect attendance. Sometime in my career or in that year, something happens, and never could I get there every day. But the folks we'll be calling for today did not allow anything to be a stumbling block, and were in attendance at Middletown High School every day we were officially open. So at this time, our perfect attendance recipients.
Christina Agee. Brandon Bolin. Nicholas Cook. Rashad Jones. William Jason Kingry. Jeremy Lovell. Carlos Mack. Margaret Matthias. Mary Rimsing. Brian Shepard. Brandon Simpkins. Darian Wynn. Jeffrey Jason Zimmers.
comment, it never fails when you have perfect attendance and you bring them up, they're not here. But it's indeed a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to reintroduce again perfect attenders for class of 97. After being a principal for 17 years, being blessed to have that opportunity, the one message I'd love to give every parent and every child: GPA is everything. It should be second nature, as if it's your name. It's so important to everything that will happen to you and to you in the future. And I don't know, one of the saddest things, and I have it every year in my career, and I had it this spring, is to see great ability, tremendous results, and horrible GPA early in careers. Grade point average is America's way of allowing you to do some things. And what I tell my daughter is the GPA that you set for yourself will determine your own destiny. To have a poor GPA, you're going to let other folks draw lines for you. The people we're going to bring forth have tremendous desire to get a 3.8 through 3.999 is an incredible feat. So at this time, we will have these tremendous scholars introduced from the class of 97.
Alicia Baker, Matthew Bashaw, Stephanie Cameron, Anthony Shirolis, Angela Schmehiel, Carrie Gardner, Angela Kennedy, Margaret Matthias, Rebecca Miller, Brady Norai, Tracy Patrick, Brian Shepard, Aaron Smith, Sarah Thornberry, Sarah Williams.
I often think how many nights they chose to hit the books instead of doing other things. This is just an unbelievable feat to have those kind of credentials as a sophomore. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a loud round of applause. 38399. The next group of young people have never done less than their best. 4.0, perfect, straight A's, always on their credentials for life. That's an amazing testimony to their homes and their will never to give up. And again, I can't express enough, and I'm never not publicly going to express what 4.0 can do for you. That will be in your file for life. At this time, the 4.0 recipients from the class of '97.
Lindsay Beckner. Zachary Dennis. Brendan McNeil. Megan Seipel. And Jennifer Yarber.
It only can be said about these people, straight A's. Straight A's. Our next giants, and this is giant territory, in a class as large as their class, the top 20 academic students, sophomore year in the class of '97.
Alicia Baker. Matthew Bashaw. Lindsay Beckner. Stephanie Cameron. Anthony Schrolis. Angela Schmayhill. Zachary Dennis. Carrie Gardner. Angela Kennedy. Margaret Matthias. Brendan McNeil. Rebecca Miller. Brady Norai. Tracy Patrick. Megan Seipel. Brian Shepard. Aaron Smith. Sarah Thornberry. Sarah Williams. Jennifer Yarber.
It's amazing what effort will do. Top 20, class of 97. Again, looking at results, top 40, class of 97, top 40.
Alicia Baker. Kelly Jo Baker. Matthew Bashaw. Lindsay Beckner. Brandon Bolin. Elizabeth Calhoun. Stephanie Cameron. Lisa Caudill. Anthony Shirolis. Angela Schmayhill. Donald Andrew Combs. James Matthew Cummings. Zachary Dennis. Dana Dvorak. Nathan Firth. Carrie Gardner. Shabrell Hickman. Richard Johnson. Angela Kennedy. William Jason Kingry. Emily Lambert. Margaret Matthias. Brendan McNeil. Rebecca Miller. Kathy Myers. Jason Nine. Elizabeth Nelson. Brady Norai. Tracy Patrick. Amy Pollard. Jackie Russell. Megan Seipel. Brian Shepard. Aaron Smith. Pauline Sturgill. Sarah Thornberry. Adam Wanamaker. Sarah Williams. Michelle Wolf. And Jennifer Yarber.
I thought a lot about this, and I could get in trouble, but I guess I'll get in trouble. I don't think I was wounded any more than statistically what some people might have said about our building. But I know a couple schools that are around us were bragging about 2 or 3 that had gotten an honors diploma from the state by proficiency, 2 or 3. And I look at this class and project, there are 40. Our seniors who've been taking a beating, right now the count is 49 have received the state-sealed honors diploma. And I'm sure as I'm standing here, this 40, along with about 10 or 12 more out of this class, will do the same things. But I'm just really so proud of what they do and how they do it. And one day we'll get the facts right. Class of '97.
Has this been great or what? Huh? A lot to be proud of. Is everybody's hands getting a little, well, a couple more times and we'll be done, all right? Okay, again, we wish to thank you, the students, for the tremendous efforts you have made this year academically. You young people have made us all very proud, as shown tonight. Your parents, teachers, Mr. Brown, and all of us involved with the academic boosters, it just made all of our efforts worthwhile. We just want to thank you very much. You young people are the foundation, and it's encouraging to see the future of our country in such capable hands. We, the academic boosters, your parents, family, teachers, counselors, and Mr. Brown, encourage you with all of our hearts to continue to strive for excellence in all that you do. and the rewards you will reap will have made it all worthwhile, guarantee that. And parents, a note to you, you too are to be commended for all that you have done in supporting your sons and daughters. However, you're not through just yet, are you? They've got a couple more years left. We ask that you please continue to support these young people in all that they do. We as parents have a tremendous responsibility to be there for them, to be an encouragement during the highs as well as the lows, as I'm sure we all know. We too, the academic boosters, really need your help. We ask that you find some time in your busy schedules to help make Celebration of Excellence even better next year. All you see here tonight was made possible by parents like yourselves. Everything is paid for by donations from individuals, through Dollars for Scholars, through the generosity of local businesses and organizations, and through sales of the videos of tonight's Celebration of Excellence, which can be ordered tonight in the lobby following the celebration. We receive no funds from anywhere else, no tax dollars, no extra school money, nothing. It all comes from donations. Keep that in mind. And finally, we wish to thank Barry Schaefer for his time, youth pastor at Beale Boulevard Church of God. Thank you, Barry. And we especially wish to thank Mr. Brown for all he's done in the Celebration of Excellence. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Also to all the staff members for all they've done in helping to organize the celebration. We couldn't have done this without their help. Thank you, staff members out there. And last but not least, I want to give special attention to some of the academic boosters who worked so hard to make this a success, raising funds and organizing. Personally thank Bob Muterspaw, who is our president of Academic Boosters. Sharon Smith, who's our vice president. She's not here tonight, she's working, so Sharon, you've been applauded. Also, a special thanks goes, I think, to Jenny and Russ Beckner for all that they've done with the videos, doing the program layout. Thank you, Russ and Jenny. Kathy Friend, thank you. And also some grandparents have become involved in fundraising, Jack Waxweiler, or Jim Waxweiler, sorry, and Donald Gebhardt. Thank you very much. And give them a hand. Grandparents are people too, right? That's right, okay. I just ask that you forgive me if I left anybody out. I tried to remember everybody. Mr. Brown, would you come up here for a moment? We've got a presentation need to make. May 9th, 1995, I am honored to extend my greetings to all students, parents, and faculty of Middletown High School as they gather for the annual Celebration for Excellence these next few days. I am pleased to take note of this gathering of good students. Each and every one of the young people being honored today are to be commended for their hard work and dedication which has caused them to excel in school. Their motivation and perseverance are surely an example for other students. I would also like to recognize Principal James Brown as well as the teachers at Middletown High School for their support in this endeavor. This celebration shows what can be accomplished when the hard work, determination, and enthusiasm of the school system, parents, and community are combined in a collaborative effort. On behalf of all Ohioans, I congratulate Middletown High School students being honored today and extend my best wishes to them for continued success in the future. Signed, George Vodovich, Governor.
To get a letter from the governor for our building means an awfully lot to this principal. But I've rededicated myself after we've gone through what we had the last month or so. We're going to be hard to work with folks that are around us and competing. I'm just so dedicated to really make sure that our kids make an imprint and a huge message to the rest of this state. Our ability is incredible, and it is my job to make sure that we're motivated to deliver. And I'm rededicating every fiber of my body to make sure that not again ever will we not do our very best. Thank you very, very much. Favorite words, dismissed. Yeah.